If you inbox me talking shit because you seen this video, I want you to remember these lyrics before we get started.
Shootout right there in confessions. Now I'm 2-0. Put that bell on Lil Ron.
If you ever wish payday came sooner, this might actually help. There's a banking app called Current with a bunch of useful features. And one of the main ones lets you access up to $750 of your paychecks early. If you switch your payroll over with Current, you get a full set of features like paycheck advance, fee-free overdraft, and the build card and more. There's everything in one app. I actually like that myself, which is why I partner with them. And right now, they're giving $75 to anyone who signs up using my link or scans the QR code on the screen. If you scan the QR code, it'll take you straight to the sign-up page where you can create your own account. Just go through the normal sign-up steps, enter information, order your card. After you complete those steps, you'll see the option pop up to enter my promo code, which unlocks the $75 bonus when you switch your direct deposit. So make sure you go through the full sign-up process so you don't miss it. If you ever feel like managing money is stressful and tight sometimes, it's definitely worth checking out because that's literally what it's designed for. Because according to the police, Ben10 told on Allstar JR. Don't believe me? Well, let's just check the news. Roll it. Rapper Ben10 has irreversible paralysis after Upper Kirby restaurant shooting as Michigan rapper faces new charge. Jeremy Ford, also known as rapper Allstar JR, allegedly confessed to shooting. They had to make sure they put that in there. Houston. A rapper already under federal indictment in connection to a shooting at an Upper Kirby restaurant is now facing state charges related to the barrage of gunfire that injured another rapper, Jeremy Christopher Ford, a 36-year-old rapper from Michigan, also known as Allstar JR, not Allstar J like a lot of people keep on saying, is now charged with aggravated assault causing a traumatic brain or spine injury, according to Harris County court records. Ford is accused of shooting Ben Fields, also known as rapper NBA Ben10, during a fight at Confessions restaurant in the Upper Kirby neighborhood in early April. According to federal court records, surveillance video footage showed a fight inside of the restaurant, possibly involving a necklace and watch. A gun fell to the floor, investigators said, which Ford allegedly picked up and began firing, hitting 3 people. Got to get past that part pretty quick, because if I don't, then, YouTube going to do what they do. Houston police investigators said after the initial shots appeared to hit Fields, Ford allegedly continued firing the gun before he went over to Fields and fired 3 more rounds at him from close range. The gun then appeared to run out of bullets, according to investigators, but Ford tried to fire it again at Fields' head, trying to head tap him. After it didn't fire, police said Ford pistol whipped Fields and spit on his face. They were supposed to put spat, but okay. According to records, investigators have now revealed Fields suffered a spine injury as a result of the shooting, and he doesn't have sensation from the waist down, according to records. Based on the extent of the injuries, the prognosis for complainant Fields, whoa, you snitched. Based on the extent of injuries, the prognosis for complainant Fields is that he will have irreversible paralysis of his lower extremities, investigators wrote a state court records. After the shooting, federal court records indicate Ford hit the gun behind the hostess stand and took off in an Escalade. He was federally indicted earlier this month for unlawfully possessing a firearm as a convicted felon. He was arrested in Detroit last month after federal investigators say Ford posted videos on social media referencing the shooting, taunting the victims, and releasing a music video where lyrics included, "Shootout right there in a restaurant, now I'm 2-0. After his arrest, Houston police interviewed Ford, who allegedly confessed to the shooting at Confessions, according to records. During a federal court hearing last week, records indicate a federal magistrate judge in Houston ordered Ford to be held in custody. It is not clear when he could appear in Harris County courts on the new aggravated assault charge. So you talked to the police too? So I just want to read this for y'all, right? Because the simple question y'all should be asking is, if a person is a complainant to the police, what is he, right? And they go on to say, if a person makes a complaint to the police, that person is usually called the complainant. In criminal cases, You might also hear complainant, the person who reported the incident, victim. If they are claiming they were harmed by the crime, reported party, RP, common term in police reports, witness if they observed what happened but were not the victim. So, for example, someone tells the police he stole my phone, the person is the complainant and the alleged victim. Ben 10 did that wiggle toe shit to try to back out of shit, because what Ben 10 now has to do is say that's all a lie. They say he has irreversible paralysis, meaning whatever's wrong with him gonna be wrong. But there are people who have somewhat a tiny bit, limited bit of mobility with people with certain shit like that. There are individuals who can't use their legs but can somewhat have a little nerves in it. It's like imagine you had strings that could pull up a hand, right? So you had your strings, right? But if we start to weaken those strings and the hands start to mess up a little bit and you start to try to pull, it's not really gonna pull, but shit, it may just really pull. That's the best I can give y'all as far as definition goes. But I find it funny how the police now got on there to do that shit, which means one of two things, because the video I was going to put out today about Allstar JR, and don't worry, we'll get the Pooh Shiesty video done in a couple hours, but this just drops, I figured, give y'all breaking news opposed to news that already broke a couple hours ago. This right here screams interesting enough facts that your ass knew what you did, so you try to fix it. That's why he in Baton Rouge. He ain't sleeping on Three's couch anymore, because he talked to the police. Remember when I told y'all, and y'all got mad at me for this shit, when I told y'all Ben 10 talked to the feds and he talked to the police? Go check my old videos. I told y'all he was talking to a white cop and a Mexican cop. That was the Houston PD investigators that they sent. Now, I told y'all about the freaking white fed, the woman who actually was doing the investigating this shit. Y'all welcome. So now, what's going to happen with Allstar JR? Because, bruh, the feds have him dead to rights. And some of y'all going to say, no, it's self-defense, it's self-defense. It was self-defense when he picked up the gun. And shout out to 1090 Jake, because he's the one that actually dropped this. So I'm going to get credit where credit is due. Because I was actually going to destroy this theory, which I could. So that might happen in another video. But I actually was in agreement because he said this and this makes the most sense. Allstar JR wasn't cooked when he grabbed a gun and he started shooting. No. That's self-defense. You getting jumped by like 5 people. You see a chair hit you in the head. You die. That's blunt force trauma. So that's a weapon. That's a deadly weapon at that, because of where he's at with it, right? So you have that. But the moment that the people ran, he still was in the clear, because you don't know what the hell they have. So there's that. He was felon in possession of a weapon once Ben 10 was standing there playing dead, because there was no longer a threat. Had he dropped the gun right there, wouldn't be any charges. They're saying the accompanying bullets afterwards, because even I said it like, bro, why are he getting ag assault on this shit? Go back to my first video that I did on this shit. Everything that I just said, the first 3 videos, everything I said, all came true. I told y'all he needed a minor effing miracle. I told y'all he died. He went in the shot. Sorry. Just gotta, some of y'all mad like, hey, bro, you can't do your victory lap right now. Give us the news. No, because it was too many people who decided to turn their back, and it was a coordinated attack. Y'all had to realize, you guys who are watching this, you guys had just literally watched the creation of a source. This channel, aka this personality accompanied with this channel on Instagram and YouTube, had just now became a source where New York Post was using us, World Star was using us, mother freaking Hot 97 was using us. A whole bevy of people were using us. So shout out to y'all who still stuck around. I appreciate you all. But this right here is insane. Ben 10 and them robbed him. So I'm wondering, Allstar JR, bruh, the mitts is off. The mitts are off. He's going to go back to his cell and see that he got paperwork for himself, that he is now fighting a state charge as well as the feds, because once he went back and shot Ben10, he had the gun. That's felon in possession right there, because there no longer was a threat. But I think the feds thinking they might lose this one, because if I'm Allstar JR, bruh, I'm letting my freaking lawyer do all the talking and using the police. The police said I got robbed. The police said I was getting my ass kicked. The police said all this shit. Police chief gonna be my number one witness. And temporary insanity, crime of passion, those things exist. Why do they exist? Because he hit him and he spat on him. If I'm Allstar JR, bruh, I'm looking like, listen, man, I'm about to do probably 10 years in the feds for defending myself. I ain't know. Let this be a lesson. You can defend yourself even as a felon. But that whole entire shit, you getting mad and all that, that's where he messed up. It was anger that got him. And he self-snitched on himself too. That song, you should have put that song out in February, bro. You should have waited for the smoke to clear. That nigga couldn't wait to tell people he shot Ben10. But hey, y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this one. Breaking news, man. What's the video we got? I don't even know, man. This shit was so crazy. Shout out to Shawty who sent it to me too, because it's like, yo, Nash, check this shit out. Ben10 confirming everything that we said. Click right here for that video, or click right here for the playlist, and I'll catch you on the next one real soon.